Welcome back to the Lowdown, episode 2, the second time we've done this. No Emily here today. She's a little under the weather, so Jake's filling in for her. And then we got Josh, Dr. Josh Clary, Director of Student Involvement here at Missouri Western, going to join us, talk about some events going on campus, and just kind of shoot the breeze a little bit. It's going to be good stuff. Josh,
awesome.
how we doing?
I'm great, and actually my title is Director of Student Development because we look at development as a holistic approach to that student engagement.
My bad.
But it's all right. It's all right there, Mr. Riley. No, I'm just playing. We're excited to be here in the esports arena, this beautiful space. It's a really good time in here, so pretty excited to talk to you all today.
It's true. It's good stuff. It's good stuff. And Jake, you got to watch the chaos from the background last time. So, called up to the major leagues this time, you know. Pinch hitting for Emily today.
Pinch hitting for Emily. Hope she's doing all right.
Yeah.
Feeling better.
Yeah, I imagine we'll have her back here in the next couple of weeks. Just that time of year, you know, spring, everything gets nuts. It's gross. It's gross. It's no fun.
Did you say couple of weeks?
Well, we shoot these like every other week, man.
Like everyone watching is going to be like, couple weeks, is she all right? She's fine. She'll be okay. She's great. You know, I was thinking about this. If our college staff was basketball players in the women's tournament, Emily would be Caitlin Clark.
Oh, 100%.
100%.
Yeah.
She's great. She's the best.
I'd be Juju.
You would, I don't know, what's that one person's name? Haley from LSU? Was it
Haley Van Lith.
Yes, yes. I could see you being kind of like Haley Van Lith.
What, getting absolutely cooked by Emily on the daily? Yes, probably so.
Pretty fair.
That actually, yeah. Jake, I don't know. You're like Gino. You're just kind of on the sidelines. No, I'm just kidding.
I want to be the I want to be the coach of LSU.
Oh, dude.
She's goated. She's goated.
Cool.
She's got that energy. She does.
She has an energy. That's for sure.
I'll be Don Staley.
That's fair. That's fair.
We've already gone so far off the rails, man. But that's okay.
Oh.
That's the point. We're not just supposed to talk about just, you know, events and just be like the standard, like, ooh, here's our fun script. Like, you know, that's kind of the point of this is to have some fun and talk about some stuff. So, you know, we've kind of introduced our podcast. So we're going to transition to our next segment, which is called Overtime, and that's when we're going to talk about just kind of everything going on. It's everything over the bounds of just Missouri Western, but kind of just in general talk about, you know, athletics happening at Missouri Western, maybe just some other things happening around Kansas City and stuff, and how it might impact Missouri Western, and we'll kind of go from there. All right, now it's time for Overtime. Like I said, we're going to talk about some current Missouri Western events, some current events outside of Missouri Western, hence the over the bounds of Missouri Western from a little bit. So we'll start in St. Joe. Last weekend, Women's Elite 8 Final Four National Championship in St. Joe for Division II. Pretty cool experience. Did either of you guys get a chance to kind of follow it or go at all?
I didn't go, but I followed it online and kind of saw the scores after.
I also didn't go, but I did follow it on X and social media and things like that. So it was fun to watch online.
It's okay. You don't have to simp for Elon here. It's Twitter.
I love Elon.
It's Twitter.
No, it is X. So there's no more Bluebird.
Unlucky. Yeah. Okay. So I was the official statter for the Elite 8.
What? That's sweet.
Mm-hmm.
So what did that entail? Tell us about what that means.
Sat there and my wife sat on my right, and she told me exactly what was going on the floor, and I clicked like basically every pass, shot, you know, all that stuff. It was pretty sick.
That's awesome.
Pretty sick. I was
might I add on national television?
True. CBS Sports. CBS Sports for the Final Four National Championship, which was pretty cool.
So you and your wife were on national television doing stats.
Mm-hmm.
How cool is that, guys?
It's pretty cool.
Pretty sweet.
It's pretty cool.
It's pretty sweet to be able to do what you love with the people you love. How fun is that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, I can't even turn that into a joke. Man, I can't even joke with this guy here.
It's like Josh is being
He's
nice.
Not a jokester. He's all about business. If you know Josh Clary,
that is
true.
Dr.
Clary has probably never been funny in his life once.
No, not really. I'm pretty serious.
Seriously
cut and
bad
dry.
at Fortnite.
Seriously bad at Fortnite is crazy.
We've been playing some Fortnite a little bit.
Yeah, so we'll take every day we get a 1 hour lunch break, and we we grind.
Yeah.
We
90s.
grind.
We definitely start at 0 and stop at 60 minutes. No more, no less.
No, we start at 11:30 and go strictly until 12:30. 60 minutes.
Nope,
so.
never gone over.
Never.
You definitely aren't logged into the PC in the back room right now.
Oh my gosh. I feel like Emily's gonna see this and be like,
Wait, sorry.
"This is awful."
It's 9:37.
And Josh is loaded up, ready to go.
No,
wait.
it's downloading for lunchtime.
It's downloading.
Yeah, it has to download every time we play on
I
the
don't
PC.
think you know how esports work.
Someone's been deleting your Fortnite.
Can you
Probably
Josh,
my wife.
Josh, can you, for the podcast,
Yeah.
hit your favorite Fortnite dance right now?
No, I can't actually.
Jake, what's your favorite Fortnite dance?
Do
Can
it.
you tell me what your favorite one is? What's your favorite Fortnite dance?
I think of the actual names of them so people know what I'm talking about.
I showed you mine yesterday.
Yeah, I
You
have no
did.
idea
You
what
did.
that name-
I don't
that was
either.
called.
I want it so bad though.
Josh found one on TikTok, and he couldn't remember what it was
I did.
called, so he just looked up Fortnite dance on TikTok.
Did we find it?
After like an hour.
Still counts.
Fortnite dance. Listen, I like the OG. That because
Default
What's that?
dance.
yeah.
What's that one?
Da-da-da-da-da. Yeah.
Show me. Show me.
I'm not gonna show you.
Just show me.
No, I'm not gonna show you. I'll do the hand thing, right? Where he's
Do the
like-
hand thing. Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it's a
Yep.
banger. That's what
That's-
I always hit when I get my numerous #1 victory royales.
Yeah.
Fortnite, we're about to get down. The hottest in the world right now. Just took out Tomato Town. It's so degenerate, man. This is so degenerate. Okay, moving on.
Oh my.
Royals opening weekend. The Royals are struggling.
Well, they won yesterday. They won yesterday.
I saw they have the best ERA
Yep.
of any starting. Like their starting pitchers have the best ERA of any franchise in the league, and yet they're
Yeah.
2-4.
That's the bullpen's
Yeah.
fault.
That's
And
rough.
Not providing runs.
Speaking of
I mean, that's literally it.
the bullpen, which is a part of the stadium, no new stadium in downtown.
Yeah.
I did not expect that. I'm not gonna say either way which way I wanted it to be. I just did not expect them to say no. I mean, I thought that had such a strong backing, but
We love the Chiefs.
love the
Love the
Chiefs.
Kansas City
I'm not
Chiefs.
even a Chiefs fan, and I love
Yeah.
the Chiefs. Go
Yeah.
Pack, go.
Someone
Yeah.
save that.
Go Pack, go.
No. The
Jordan,
part right before that.
Jordan Love is the truth. I've been convinced.
You've been convinced.
I've been convinced. Okay, let's move on to some Missouri Western events.
Perfect.
You've got a lot of stuff coming up. We have a couple of things coming up. We have some stuff together
Right.
coming up.
You're right.
So, Josh, I'm going to let you kind of promo some of your events. We'll talk about some of our intramurals after. And we can
Perfect.
talk about
Perfect.
it,
Okay, so the end of the year, we have a ton of things. We're trying to slam pack a lot of different activities to keep students engaged and motivated because this is a really hard time of the year, right? With stress, with, anxiety, with just that last month of just sprinting to finish up. So we've got a lot of things going on. Obviously, the partnered events that you'll hit on. But on the 15th of April, we are doing a movie night on the football field. We're going to show Shrek.
Get out of my
So-
swamp.
Yeah. Riley, you kind of look like Shrek.
That's crazy.
But no.
crazy.
The human
Shrek.
Shrek. Human Shrek. Can we do a Connor? Can we do a side by side
you kind
of?
of look like Donkey.
Do I? Yeah. I've been told that before. My wife tells me all the time I look like Donkey, but
Does she say donkey though?
something like that. Maybe Doctor Donkey.
Donkey.
But we do have that movie night.
She meant Donkey Kong.
But we do have that movie night on the 15th. We're really excited. Our students have been planning these events, and it's going to be a lot of fun. You can't beat Shrek, can you?
No.
Honestly,
It's a great movie.
It's classic.
Which Shrek is it?
It's going to be the first one, just the original, perfect movie, great movie. Really excited.
Is that the one that has like that really cool scene when they go into the village and like they like press the button and like it's all like the little like wooden characters?
Yeah,
It's a
yeah.
banger.
Yeah, it's
It's a
sweet.
great movie.
So we're doing that on the 15th. So then on the 22nd, the week later, we're doing the first ever Pickle Palooza. What is the Pickle Palooza that you might ask? That is going to be event with Rec Services and my office, Center for Student Involvement, and Griffon Activity Programming, where we do all things pickleball. We have a pickle eating contest. We're going to have pickle soda. We're going to have pickle ice cream, pickle pizza,
Pickle soda.
pickle lemonade. It's going to be
Pickle decorating.
pickle decorating. That's what we're going to do too. Pickle coloring, all kinds of things. Why? I don't know. Our students wanted to do it, so we're going to try it out. And then obviously there's a lot of rave right now with pickleball, so we're going to bring that to campus. Pretty excited for that.
All right, I have to ask each of you a question regarding that. Favorite type of pickle?
That's a good question. I honestly like sweet pickles, like a sweet pickle.
Oh, it's respectable.
Yeah.
It's respectable.
Honestly, I'm very picky with my pickles. Like, most of the time, I will just get no pickle because 80% of the time, I won't like the type of pickle. It just depends on the place.
Yeah.
Like, would you ever just, like, eat it's like a whole
No.
dill pickle?
No.
Yeah. Okay. So listen, I worked at
Never
Subway
heard of that,
when I was in high school and my first year of college,
like 30 years
and
ago.
we got bags of pickles, and we had to drain the pickle juice. I'd always put them in cups.
Yep.
We'd put them in the freezer. I'd give them to my wife. She loves pickle juice. She drinks it straight out of the jar every time. So
Yeah, listen, it works, man. Like
it works on what?
No, like you see athletes like
Yeah, that is true.
hey, great plug. Fantastic Boise State running back George Halani famously drank pickle juice on the side, and Jeremy McNichols famously drank pickle juice on the sideline. It got viral all over the place, and now NFL teams do it because it's got a lot of sodium in it, and it like helps retain water in the body.
I think it actually went viral with Tyreek Hill before that, but I
don't
mean,
know. This was in like 2017.
yeah, it
2018.
was,
So
I don't know.
the Chiefs weren't even
She's from what?
cut.
And then after the Pickle Fest, 2 days later, we have the annual Griff Fun Fest, which is the biggest event I think we might even have on campus across the board. Usually hundreds of students come. This year, we're going to have Eli Engler and the Faster Horses come to campus. It's a country band. We try to switch up the different genres of music that we have on campus. So we had an indie artist our first year. We had kind of the blues feel, maybe some light jazz last year, and then this year we're having country. Eli is an up-and-coming country singer. He's going to be opening for Lady Antebellum this summer.
Oh, wow.
Josh Turner, some really big country names, so I know that a lot of our students are really excited for that. He's going to bring free CDs for students, free guitar picks, and koozies and all kinds of stuff. We are going to have a Kona ice truck that has never been driven before in this area. It's never been to a college at all. And they have, it's called the, what do they call? It's called like the bougie Kona truck, and it's totally different flavors. So it's not going to be like your Tiger's Blood. It's like lavender lemonade or blackberry mimosa or black cherry vanilla bourbon, just like mocktail flavored. They call it craft Kona is what it is. Craft Kona. So lavender lemonade, just these really exclusive flavors that our students have never had. So we're excited for that. We have a ton of inflatables, the most inflatables we've ever brought to campus, and we have a mechanical bowl coming. So pretty excited. It's going to be the 24th, 5 o'clock start time, free for students. If you have families, if you have kids, bring your families. Everyone will sign a waiver. It'll be a great time.
Okay, so I have two questions based on that for both of you, okay? Well, we'll start with the first one. How long could you stay on a mechanical bull for? On the hardest setting,
Yeah, I actually have been on a mechanical bull, and we might insert that footage into this podcast maybe. Send
it to our producer, and we'll see what we can do.
Yeah. I can say that I actually rode in a rodeo at one point in my life. That's one of my fun facts. I've ridden a live bull, so a mechanical bull isn't really that hard.
How long did you stay on the live bull?
On the live bull, 10 seconds.
No shot.
Yeah, I did.
They put you on like a 6-month-old?
He was actually 10 months, but he did great. So, yeah, no. A mechanical bull, I could probably stay on that on the hardest setting for 2 minutes just before I just jump off. I get bored.
Okay.
So.
Jake,
Yeah.
maybe a more realistic answer from you.
Yeah, I've never been on a mechanical bull, so I'd say I could probably, on the hardest setting, I think I could top 20, 30 seconds.
I guarantee you can't.
No shot. No.
So here's what we're
here's
gonna
the
do.
thing. If either of you get more than like 6, I will be shocked.
Yeah. Well, that sounds like a bet. So since we're live right now, Riley, if Jake and I make it more than 6 seconds on the hardest setting of a mechanical bull, what are you going to do? I think that you should...
I'll go in the dunk tank.
No, that's too easy. I think that you should let us shave your head at the Griffon Fest.
Here's the thing.
Live.
There's like 4 strands of hair left. I gotta keep them. Man.
No, man. It's going to be great.
No, I'm not doing that.
Okay,
we'll
figure something out. Something.
No.
You'll get a tattoo of the Griffon.
No.
Of Max the Griffon.
I'm not getting a tattoo.
Right here.
It can be small.
Yeah.
No, I don't want. If I'm gonna get a tattoo, that's not gonna be my first tattoo.
Well, we're going to get you a tattoo.
We'll let you choose your first. It'll just be your second.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No. Okay. Second question.
Okay.
If you could bring any artist to Griffon Fest, who would you bring?
What do you think, Jake? Who would you bring?
I would bring none other than Post Malone.
Post Malone?
Post Malone.
Can you imagine it? That would be wild.
It would be.
So I think that
I'd want him to do his famous song "Sunflower" from Spider-Man.
Yep.
that's solid movie. Solid movie.
Solid movie.
Spider-Man. Great film. Great character, honestly. I mean, I don't think that we get Post Malone to come to campus.
Probably too small. You're right.
Probably
Wow.
he's too small of a singer.
Yeah, that's what.
Like
I
I'm
meant.
thinking
That's
realistically.
what I meant. That's
realistically, if we could bring anyone to campus, it's
Gotta
definitely going to be.
like a little higher than that.
I mean, it's definitely going to be.
Wait, isn't there someone that like dates a football player that would probably be a good?
She's
Good,
already performed in St.
yeah.
Joe though when she was coming up. I don't remember her name.
You think she's old news now?
You know who isn't old news that we could probably get before they pop off is that JoJo Siwa has a new song that came out. Riley is a big fan. You like JoJo, right?
I've never heard a JoJo Siwa song in my life. I can confirm.
Well, we'll put you on. It's very good.
Okay, sure.
But no, who would I bring? I mean, someone that a lot of campuses bring is Young Gravy, and I heard that he is a very fun show, but not a very good live performer, if that makes sense. So he's got charisma and energy when he performs, but maybe the vocals are a little, I don't know.
It's got Riz.
But
Oh, that brings up another one to mind. I just recently saw an artist actually go to another college campus and actually make one of their songs in a dorm room.
oh, that's so
I
cool.
don't know if we could get him here, but it goes by Lil Mabu.
Mabu!
Yeah.
Album out this week!
Yeah.
Yes, sir!
Yeah.
Yes, sir! Young Genius Academy!
Yes. That'd be good.
Oh, dude, Mabu, dude, his studio and his dorm, that's so cool. Obviously, we don't have dorms here. We have residence halls.
Right.
But
yeah, of course.
if we could have a student build a studio in their residence hall, do you think John would allow a student to build a studio in their residence hall? Like, just like blankets with like some soundproofing
That'd be pretty cool.
one of their
Yeah.
bunks. That'd be sick. Jake, I've heard that you are infamous for spinning some sick bars. I've heard that you're a rapper. Is that true?
I don't know who told you that, but I can confirm that is false information.
I think you should rap on your next stream. So you can get your mic to work.
Yeah, we haven't got that far yet.
I freestyle rap.
Do it right now.
No.
Do it.
Do
Do it. Do it. You wouldn't show us a Fortnite dance, so you have to rap.
I actually can't because my lyrics are poetic.
We're going to cry?
I don't want to do that
Can't
to you
cry
on
on camera.
live. Yeah. It's disrespectful.
See, I was going to say Mabu. That's the thing.
Were you really?
Mabu was going to be my pick.
That's awesome.
But Jake and I both like Mabu. Jake showed me Mabu.
Right. I think AJR is who I would bring to campus. You've heard of AJR, right? No?
Who is AJR?
Or John Bellion?
I've heard of John Bellion.
AJR? You've heard of him. Here, I'll play.
I know for my wife's sake, I might have to say Noah Khan.
We can't. I mean, like, yes, he was in the. He was in the circuit. Yeah, yeah. Noah Khan was actually in the college circuit. That's how he popped off. A lot of people don't know that a lot of talent actually starts in the college circuit.
Do you
Zach Brown Band? They were with Bash Schuler Entertainment. Kevin Hart was with Bass Schuler Entertainment, and that's a partner that the university works with all the time. Is Bass Schuler.
Do you think that Noah Khan will ever ascend to getting a Kendrick remix? Do you imagine Stick Season Kendrick Lamar remix?
No, I can't.
Kind of go crazy.
I can't imagine that.
I mean, I didn't think we'd ever get Taylor Swift and Kendrick Lamar, but here we are.
What a world that we live in, where we get. You know this song?
Yeah, I know this song.
Internet issues.
Oh.
Yeah, you've heard this. Bang, bang,
Yeah.
bang. Yeah, everyone's heard that song. And they've performed at Northwest, I think a year ago or 2 years ago.
That's sick.
Great band, and they're pretty good. So that's what I'd say. AJR.
AJR. I think if I could bring anyone to campus for Griff Fun Fest, I feel like it sucks because a lot of my favorite artists are now passed away.
Yeah.
Like my first choice, and been passed away for a couple of years now, would be Pop Smoke. But we can't bring Pop Smoke because, unfortunately, Pop Smoke is not with us anymore.
Right.
Isn't your second choice also not with us?
Yeah, X. Yep. XXX Tentacion. Yeah, it's really sad.
That is a ultimate sad boy playlist that you're playing right now.
Well,
Pop is not sad boy.
Well, Pop's not, but
my number one would also not make it.
who's that?
Also
Juice.
Yeah.
A lot of homies lost.
tugging on the heartstrings.
Yeah, my heart. It's reminding me of Mac Miller. That one hits hard for me. We went to Pittsburgh for NACA, which is a great segue actually. So we're gonna dive right into that.
Wait. Okay, pause really fast. That reminded me.
Yeah.
My choice. Big Time Rush.
Big Time Rush. That's a great thing. Okay, so insert picture here.
See,
so
this is why I said
tell
it. Big Time Rush would be my
let
choice.
me tell you about an opportunity that I have for students that's pretty sweet. So we are hiring right now for GAP for next year, Griffon Activity Programming. They plan all the events. We're doing things differently. We've never done it this way, and we're still kind of rebuilding what GAP looks like next year. We're going to have student volunteers that volunteer and help put on the events, and we're also going to have some scholarship positions. If you're a student that volunteers, you may be thinking, like, what's the payout for me? Well, you're going to be eligible to potentially go to NACA Live, which is the National Association of Campus Activities, NACA Live, in Philly next year. So a free trip to Philly. You get to see some huge entertainers. And this year we went. It was in Pittsburgh. And Gustavo from Big Time Rush was there. There were a lot of bands. I actually got a really cool picture with Gustavo. So he hit me in the face. Fun fact. Which is pretty wild.
Did he get you on his record label?
He did not get me on his record label.
Did he tell you to get the dogs?
No, he said I was a dog. So I didn't know it.
Bro does not watch Big Time Rush.
No,
like
I've
that.
never watched it. I'm
need
not.
to get culturally educated, my friend.
Did you watch Big Time Rush?
Growing up, I did.
Yeah, because he's a homie.
Right. Well, you guys are also you're a little bit younger than I am, you know.
Boomer.
So that's yeah, you're right. So
My tradition. I call all of my co-hosts boomers.
I grew up on the Drake and Josh and Zoe 101, and those were my shows.
I got to
iCarly,
experience
yeah.
Drake and Josh.
You're probably at the very edge of it, you know.
I got the full experience. I remember when the
Did
last
you?
season of Drake and Josh came out. Yeah.
Do you remember when the first came out? No, you weren't alive. But
No, that's not true. When do you think I was born?
when do I think? So
What year do you think I was born?
are you a 98 baby?
No.
99?
No.
97?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man. That's a bad year. I really do think that the best people alive right now were born in 1995, just my opinion, and 1998. So, what year were you born? 2000? Oh, Jacob! No! Are you serious?
Yep.
Dude, 2000. Wow. That's great. Good for you.
I actually like it that way, honestly.
But anyways, GAP is a great way to get involved. Lots of stuff going on this next year. You get to be one one of the biggest planners on campus as far as student engagement, and it's a great time. So check that out. And then also, we're hiring homecoming directors, which is pretty sweet. So you get a scholarship to just help plan homecoming and student events and work those events during homecoming week. So pretty sweet opportunities.
Yeah, HOCO meetings are pretty fun.
Yeah.
I was in a lot of them last year just because, working kind of one foot in esports, one foot in athletics. Saw a lot of that. It's good stuff. You guys do a pretty good job of homecoming.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah, well, let's talk about a couple of the rec services events and intramurals that we have coming up. Some collabing with esports, some not.
Some collabing with my office.
True.
All of them collabing with my office, right?
Almost.
Almost all of
Sweet.
them.
Tell us about it.
We have a lot going on to end the semester. We only have 4 weeks left.
Wild.
31 days on your countdown calendar in your office, I think.
And I don't even think that's right. I think that we're behind. So
That's crazy.
it's wild.
We're wrapping up this week. Madden tournament in the esports arena. Running as an intramural, doing Madden and 2K. Winning team gets to pick jerseys of their choice.
Tell them a little bit about the format and what time we're doing this.
So we're doing this at 7 p.m. in the esports arena, and we're going to be doing 2v2 on Madden and 2K. So they're going to still have to work as a team and cooperate with each other well enough to try and beat out all the other teams. But then we're also going to have the women's Final Four games going on during the Madden tournament, and then on Monday during the 2K tournament, we'll have the national championship going on. So there'll be kind of watch party hangout sessions as well as competing in our intramural esports-based tournaments.
Yeah. Friday, we're going to have free Red Bull, and on
No, Friday is tacos.
okay, on Friday, we're going to have free tacos sponsored by our campus dining Airmark.
Shout out Airmark.
And then Monday, we're going to have Red Bull.
Yep,
It's gonna be pretty sweet.
Red Bull's going to come in and give away
That's
some
so
free
cool.
products.
That's so cool.
That'll be really good.
I really love this event, and I love that we are partnering with it. Explicitly, we've done video game tournaments. We've done Madden. We've done 2K, and I know that you all – is this your first intramural with those games?
We had one last year.
Okay.
We did have a Madden, Madden intramural last year.
That's really cool. But what I like more about this one than any one I've ever done in my career is the fact that you're having students play together. Not just a 1-versus-1, but they actually have to have a teammate. And what is so cool about rec services, and I do mean this about the intramurals, is that if you don't have a team, or if you don't have your person or friend that you can bring to this event, you can sign up as a free agent, and then that's automatically going to create a new relationship with the student on campus, which I do think is really cool.
Yeah, 100%. I think it's going to be really interesting to kind of see how this shakes out, too. I think there's we've seen some teams in here practicing already.
Yeah.
Kaylin and Andrew is going to be a tough team to beat. But at the same time, rumor has it that Dakota and Jacob are playing. Is this a true story?
There might be a surprise team get signed up last minute.
Well, let me just tell you, there might be 2 surprise teams signed up last second. And I'm not going to disclose whether or not Dr. Clary is going to participate or who Dr. Clary's teammate is going to be. But you're in for a show.
So to kind of go along with that question, because you mentioned we'll have women's Final Four on Friday and men's Natty on Monday. Picks for both of them?
Yeah, good question. Who do you got?
So I'm actually going to go UConn versus South Carolina
Boo.
for the women's national championship.
Boo. Caitlin Clark is winning.
And I'm going to go Paige Beckers gets it done, and UConn wins the national championship on the women's side. And then we'll see UConn and Purdue in the championship on the men's side, and UConn will win by more than 10 points. And UConn will win the men's and women's NCAA national championships.
That is 100% not going to happen. But I do agree with every game that you just said. I think that you're right. I think, well, that's not entirely true, too. So I do think that South Carolina will beat UConn in the women's game.
Oh, okay.
Bold statement.
Okay.
I'm all in on it.
Okay.
And then I think that North Carolina State and UConn are going to meet at the men's championship game. And that guy that plays center is going to cook. What's his name?
Mr. DJ Burns.
DJ Burns is going to burn up the competition. He's going to put a 30-piece up He's going to get 30 points. I'm calling it right
UConn's
now.
two
Against
7-footers.
UConn
Yeah,
and their 2 7-footers.
I'm gonna go. Zach Edey puts 30 and 20 on DJ Burns' head, and DJ Burns doesn't score above 10 points, but he might have like 8 assists.
Okay, well, here's the fun thing. I think that you and I, we love competition. We love fun. So let's say if DJ Burns puts up more than 10, because you said 10 points, which I think is hilarious.
You said 30, and he's never scored 30 in a game. I don't.
Yeah,
think.
you're right. And well, I think he has actually. But we'll get back to this. If DJ Burns scores more than 10 points, you have to live stream shave your hair on camera.
What is up with you wanting people to go bald? Is it
I just
because
think
you're
it's-
balding?
I'm not balding at all. This hairline is perfect.
I'm not putting my hair on the
You
line
won't
for
do
10
it?
points.
Come on, live a little.
So it'd be interesting, with your prediction, UConn men's and women's. I believe we would have that would be historic because
That would be historic.
because not only would it be the first time in a long time that we've had men's and women's. I think UConn may have done it not that long ago.
When Kemba Walker and them won,
Yep.
I think they
But
did.
but to compound that,
I know what you're gonna say.
for the first time since 1984, the Division II side has the men's and women's same national champion, Minnesota State in Mankato. Their women won the national championship here in St. Joe,
true.
and their men won on a buzzer beater over
That was wild.
Nova Southeastern, I think, in Evansville, which was pretty cool. So I think it would be the first time ever that at the Division I and Division II level, we just had one school for each winning natties. I think that would be just absolutely historic. That'd be crazy.
I agree with you. I'm actually on X right now again, on President Joe Biden's page. I want to see who he picked to win because I'm fairly
he
certain that
picked UConn.
he picked UConn in the men's on the men's side of the basketball court. But I want to see who he picked on the women's because that might be the first time that a president has correctly guessed the men's and the women's. So let's see what President Joe Biden has said.
It's a pretty easy pick. I'll be honest. I think that is that's kind of the softball one this year. Just because I saw UConn in person earlier this year. I went up to Omaha to watch UConn and Creighton, which Creighton just absolutely hammered them there. But UConn has some the guard play is ridiculous, and then having 2 legit 7-footers. Listen, Ashley Wicker over in athletics, I'm so sorry because I know that you love Purdue and you love Zach Edey. I think it's going to be UConn and Purdue in the Natty, and I think it's going to be tough for what I am deeming the 5 years and out in the NBA, Zach Edey. I don't think he's going to be that big of an NBA player, and I'm sure I'm going to. Oh,
so me and President Biden agree on the women's winner. It's going to be South Carolina, and he picked UConn on the men's bracket.
Shocker! He took the #1 overall seed on both sides.
Well, that's what a good leader does.
it's true. It's true. He understands the best.
He does.
I think that's. I'll be curious to see if that works out for him. I don't know. Because I don't remember. I was too young to remember too much of anything before Obama. I know Obama filled out brackets every year.
Yeah, he still does.
Yeah.
He does. He's really good actually at brackets.
So did Bush do brackets?
No, I don't think so. Yeah.
Yeah, I personally, like I said, I think UConn gets Purdue in the men's game.
Okay.
I do think that Caitlin Clark has that killer effect, though. I think anytime that you just get a big game player like that, I think she's going to continue this run. I think Iowa's going to win the women's side. I think that game is going to be electric. I'm really disappointed that UConn and Iowa are playing in the Final Four. To me, that should be the national championship. No hate to South Carolina.
37-0.
Yeah,
right now.
absolutely no hate. No hate. And I can't pretend that I have watched nearly as much women's basketball this year as I have men's.
Why is that?
Just because I'm busy and I do stats here, and I barely get time to watch Missouri Western and Boise State play, let alone, I get to watch much else. I watch almost every Boise State women's game, though. I think Caitlin Clark takes care of business. I think it's going to be, like I said, a really good game, but I think she goes for 30 in the Natty. I think she just absolutely cooks. And realistically, what I think probably happens from that, right, is kind of the changing of the tide for how we see women's basketball get played long term, right? I think we're seeing the evolution of what a game-changing player at the women's side looks like. For so long, right, it's always been bigs that have like really caught the attention of so many people. Like when women's basketball in the WNBA gets huge, right, you think of names like Brittany Griner, right, that just blow up because they can dunk and they can do all these amazing athletic things in the post. Caitlin Clark is the first just like generational talent on the guard side of things that I think is drawing as many eyes. And I think it's going to change the way that women's basketball is played forever. I think it's going to be really exciting. I mean, unfortunately, can't stand him, but I think she's the Steph Curry of women's basketball. I say that because Jake's a Warriors fan, which God knows why, but not even from even remotely close to the West Coast. And there's so many teams.
No Missouri NBA team.
You could be a Thunder fan. You could be a Bulls fan.
Growing up, I was a short guy who liked to shoot threes, and what is Steph Curry?
You still are a short guy that likes to shoot
I don't
threes.
shoot threes anymore. I'm past first now. I retired.
Retire when you're on top, man. Good for you. Good for you.
It's true.
But I will say, I agree with a lot of what you just said about Caitlin Clark and changing the women's side of things, except for I think they lose because this last game against LSU was the one that seemed like it was marked on the calendar, and I think there's going to be a little bit of drop-off, and they can't afford any if they're playing UConn. And Caitlin Clark will probably drop 30. I'm going to say she's going to need at least 40 for them to win against UConn.
Do you think Gino just says,
Let her.
Yeah, let her go off. If we're going to lose, it's going to be somebody else that beats us?
Yeah.
That's fair.
Too.
That's fair. That's fair. Hey, listen, it's going to be a lot of fun. If you want to come and watch with us and laugh at us when we're all wrong. Now, we could still have, even if UConn doesn't win on the men's and women's side, right? We still could have
a double champion.
We could still have a double champion.
That is
NC
true.
State kind of in the dark a little bit, kind of the dark horse on both sides, Could be crazy.
I think
could be
they're
crazy.
Who called that? Who
They're
called
not
that?
necessarily under the radar anymore on the men's side, but speaking personally, I have not watched any NC State women's, so I have, even in the tournament, I haven't been really keeping up with their games, but it seems like they've upset some pretty good teams to get to where they are now, so anything's possible.
Would you tell both of their teams to never give up? Don't ever give up?
Never back down?
Never what? I was going for the Jimmy V quote, but
Oh.
you went in a completely different direction. That's okay. That's okay. I mean, this is the 40-year anniversary of that historic run. I think it's was it 1984? I think is when NC State made the Final Four with him when he had cancer.
I don't know. That's way before my time.
It's not that far before Josh's time, though. Actually, it was during Josh's time. Josh, you probably remember.
Yeah, actually, I was -11 at this point. So in '84, I was -11. So actually, what I was thinking we'd do to close off the podcast, and this isn't my podcast, but I really think that we should. What?
This is
Because me and Riley have no idea what's going on.
Josh has come into our studio and come up with some crazy idea.
I am a producer.
I'm
so what I like to do, if you know me, you know I'm a jokester, but I'm also a really positive person. So we joke a lot, we play a lot, but I think that before we leave, we should do at least one griff up to just someone, whether it be a student, a staff member, just someone that really makes the culture better here at Missouri Western.
Can you explain what a griff
up
is?
Sweet. That's a good. So like a griff up is like a high five. So I work in the Division of Student Affairs, and we do this thing called griff up. If someone does a good job, we give them a shout out. It's like a shout out, right?
Okay.
So like this is just recognizing and celebrating people on campus that really do make a difference. And it can be anyone. It can be anyone from quite literally Joel, who staffs the check-in of the cafeteria, to President Kennedy. Just like there's so many different great people on this campus. So who's someone you just want to give a shout out to today?
I'll give mine to Kaylin London. Helps out a lot with our intramural stuff. Does a great job taking pictures and video so we can get good compilations together of all of our events that we're doing. And always see him in the arena kind of humbling Josh Clary and some Madden from day to day. So
It was his birthday this weekend, too, so happy belated.
Happy belated. I can also speak on, Kalen isn't my Griff up for the day because you did Kalen. I was definitely going to do that, but since you have, I can't do it. But I can give Kalen a shout out, too, kind of build off that. Kalen works for Griffon Activity Programming, and he's phenomenal. He's a workhorse. He does really well. He's energetic. He's passionate. And in life, he's just a hard worker, right? Like, I don't think I know a student that has taken on more internships, more experiences, more opportunities than maybe Kalen. He's fantastic. So that's a great pick. Riley, what do you have?
Kat Adams.
Kat Adams, okay.
Airmark. She has absolutely crushed our last couple events.
Yeah.
And she's going to crush this taco bar on Friday as well.
Yes.
Just fantastic at what she does. The food is always phenomenal when we put these events on, and it's always either early or on time. It's always great. That food that we had at our Max Communities Casino night, she made us homemade beer cheese.
Yes.
She made homemade sliders.
Yes.
I mean, it's always fantastic. And I just want to give a shout out to Kat.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, thank you.
Yeah.
So good.
We had over 30 students at that event, we invited our Max community, which is a living learning community, right? So we have first-gen students, esports students, and students interested in rec services, which only totals to be around 30 students. We had almost every single, we had over because some students brought their friends.
Yeah.
So great event, great time. I love that. Kat also helped out, obviously, yesterday with our Mean Girls event. She made those really cool mocktails.
Oh, yep.
So...
Little cotton candy in there, some gummy bears in there.
Yeah,
That's good stuff.
I'm going to do 2, actually. I could do 3 or 4, but I'm going to shout out one student and one staff member, right? So the student that I'm going to pick is, I think Jake Murphy. No, you're Jake Murphy.
Yeah.
Wait, no,
Jake
sorry.
Murphy.
I had to remember his last name for a
Jake
second.
Murphy.
No, Jake Murphy. Stellar student.
Yep.
He is in a leadership class that I teach. Very passionate. He works here in esports, right? Hard worker, and he seems to be just a really nice dude. And I enjoy being around him. I think his attitude is great. I know that he's a member of Alpha Sigma Phi.
Big Greek life promoter.
Big Greek life
promoter.
guy. And I really do appreciate him.
Yeah.
I think that he's great. So shout out to you, Jake. I think you're great.
On that, he is one of our rec services employees over at Baker and here in esports. Very interactive with intramurals. Their fraternity in general has been in all of our stuff. So big shout out to those guys, and Jake in particular. Very respectful, put together young man.
One of the hardest screeners I have ever seen play basketball. That dude can lay a mean
smaller
back pick.
frame, but he'll screen whoever is in front of him and get it done.
There's only one sad thing about Jake, and it's that he transferred here. And we love our transfer students. I was a transfer student, but I really wish we had more time with Jake because I think he's a game changer here at Missouri Western. He's a lot of fun. So you're awesome, Jake. And then my other one is definitely going to be a staff member, and I mean this wholeheartedly. Dr. Robert Goltra is hands down phenomenal. He works really well with our students, and he's a very good leader. He takes time to mentor each person that he supervises. He's someone that I know that if I have a problem or if I need to talk to, I can go to. And he helps me work through everything while challenging me to be better. Yeah. I'm very grateful that he came on to Missouri Western, and I think that he has helped build me into a professional that is going to be way more successful than I would have been 2 or 3 years ago. So shout out to him, seriously.
Former Falcons tight end, Dr. Goltra.
Yeah, Dr. Goltra played in the NFL. That's pretty wild.
And D2 product.
Yes.
Pitt State, MIAA product. I mean, we don't like to hype up our rivals too much.
But let me just say, he did tell me that the only game that they lost, maybe it was for the championship or something like that, they lost to the Griffins. And that's because Griffins never quit and Griffins always win.
And you know who else Pitt State doesn't like?
Who?
Northwest.
Yeah.
So it kind of works out.
We like that.
He understands the culture.
Yeah, we love that. So those are my 2 shout-outs, and I appreciate you guys sharing. That's awesome.
Yeah, most definitely.
Awesome.
It was a good idea to kind of wrap things up.
Yeah,
I think we might have to just incorporate that into what we're doing.
I love that. You guys should. Y'all should do that. Yeah. And actually, we're going to do one more thing. We have some clippers. We are going to shave Riley's head.
No, we are
live
not.
on air
We
right
are not.
now.
Griffins, thank you for joining us.
Yes,
really
thank you.
appreciate
Thank
it.
you
We
so
had a
much.
great time hanging out with you all today. Josh, Dr. Clary, thank you for coming
Yes,
on.
thank you so much for having me.
Jake, I won't say thank you because it's your job. No, I'm just kidding. Listen, we appreciate all of you for tuning in. We had a great time with you all here today. If you want to keep checking out more events at Missouri Western, go to your Max Engage pages, go to IM Leagues. They've got all the information there. Or just come and see one of us. We'll always keep you guys in the loop.
Yeah.
We keep stuff in the esports arena. There's always stuff in the CSI upstairs on the second floor of Blum. Go knock on Josh's door and ignore, annoy him a little bit. It's always good stuff. But yeah, if you need any more information, go check out some stuff there, and we'll see you guys in a couple weeks.
Yeah.